Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining me on the Brandon's Bikes YouTube channel. As always, you could be doing anything with your time right now, but you're not. You're here with me, checking out another product review, and I appreciate it. So if you've been following the YouTube channel for any period of time, you know that I'm really big on safety. I've done quite a few reviews for Bond body armor, and I've just spoken about motorcycle safety in general. Also recently, I posted a video where I was hit by a table on the interstate on the motorcycle. Definitely check out that video somewhere in one of these corners. Check out that link right there. But after that, even though I had on Bond body armor pants and I had on I always wear leather cowboy boots when I ride, I still got hit in the shin, and I just kind of realized that I wanted a little bit more protection on my feet. I started to think about, okay, the boots that I'm wearing, they're not laced up. If I was to get into a motorcycle accident, they could easily fly off. Hopefully that never happens. I don't know, maybe it could just be me, I'm not sure. But in my mind, I'm thinking that because they're not laced up, they could fly off. Also, outside of the fact that the shoes are leather, I really didn't have any other protection. There was no toe protection or ankle protection or heel protection or anything like that. They were just good looking leather boots that I like to wear, and outside of being leather, there just wasn't much there. So I have seen some people on YouTube, and I've seen some people out in the community that I ride with wear the Indy Ridge boots, and I wanted to try it out. So I reached out to them. So full disclosure, Indy Ridge did provide these boots to me, but I have seen from a number of other reviewers, as well as from talking to Indy Ridge themselves, they really want the product reviewers to be truthful. They don't want us to jeopardize our YouTube channel or our credibility in any way, shape, or form, which tells me that they really stand behind the product. So as you can see, this box is unopened. I don't know what the boots look like, so you're gonna be here for the live reveal. So let's check it out. All right, so I apologize, you can't see me right now, but I wanted you to see this live reveal. I was actually out of town on vacation when this product came in. It came in a couple of weeks ago, and this is the first time that I'm getting to open it. So, and I'm really excited. I've been waiting to take a look at this product. So let's check it out. All right, so not sure if you can see this. This is the Indy Ridge Crow motorcycle boot, matte black. Personally, I like to wear all black. I mean, I like to wear my jacket is black and everything else, so I wanted the boots to match black. For the longest time, I've been seeing reviews and pictures and stuff on social media. It's got this bird. I don't know what kind of bird it is. I always wondered what it was, and I finally realized that it was Indy Ridge, so actually a pretty cool looking little logo. Let's open this up. All right, so I'm gonna go through everything with you. I mean, this might sound just crazy, but I want you to get the full experience of what I'm seeing, what this product and the packaging and everything is about. So before I even got this, customer service was fantastic. I know this is trivial, but the box, very nice sturdy box. You can tell that they really care about their packaging and what their product looks like when it first gets to the customer. So they've got a little thing here about Indy Ridge. All right, now what we've all been waiting for, let's take a look at the boots. All right, so this is what it looks like in the box. Let's take these out. I'll just take, this is just the right one. Right off the bat, I mean, this is, you can feel the quality and the thickness of this leather. Their website says that it has a protected toe. It definitely feels hard. It doesn't feel like as hard as a steel or a composite work toe would be that I've used before, but this is definitely, I mean, this is a hard toe. The heel seems to be really thick leather. Doesn't seem to be reinforced, but it's very thick leather. It almost looks like this is the first layer and this is the second layer of leather. I can definitely feel that the ankle has got, I don't know if these are reinforced or hard plastic or what, but you can definitely tell that the ankle has got some support there. So right off the bat, I can tell that this is just a really good looking quality boot just from the outside. This Crow is actually waterproof, so it might run a little hot in the summertime. We're gonna put it to the test and we'll see. You can see it's got a waterproof sticker, or not a sticker, but a little emblem right there. All right, so let's undo these laces. We'll pull this off and check out the rest of the boot. I'm really impressed with the packaging that it came in, and just right off the bat, looking at the boot itself, it really does seem high quality, sturdy boot. We'll get this paper out of the inside. Nothing else in there. Looking at the bottom, I mean, it basically just looks like a sneaker. If anybody's used to wearing like a Converse or a Vans type sneaker, it looks like a sneaker. So it all depends on what your style is and what you want. Some people like that just high top sneaker look. Some people like the engineer style boot look. It really all depends on what you want, what you're looking for. But right off the bat, the shoe looks great. All right, so far the boots look really good. Something I didn't show you, on the back you can see it's got a loop right there to help you slide it on your foot. The stitching itself is, I guess you could say, black, maybe kind of like a pewter color. It's not solid black like the leather is, but it looks really good. It's got a good contrasting color to it. Of course, you've got the Indy Ridge logo right up front. Really nice, classic style looking logo right here. Lots of cushion on the inside of the heel. These are a, hopefully you can see that, these are a 9.5. And just so you know, all the shoes that I wear are a 9.5. I wear, just kind of for reference, I wear Ariat work boots. I also wear Ultra running shoes. For work, I wear Corcoran work boots. And they all run in 9.5. And so I got these in a 9.5. I'm glad I did. For the UK folks, this is a 42.5 EU. Or no, here we go. It's UK is a 9 and EU, whatever that is 42.5. US is 9.5, but I think that they fit true to size. As far as the width goes, this doesn't specify that it's a wide. I don't know that I ordered a wide, but I do tend to have a little bit wide of a foot, but these fit really good. You can definitely tell that they're brand new boots. I just tried them on just really quick. I didn't get any footage of that. I'll get more footage for you later. But just really quick, trying them on, and you know, it's a little stiff. So I just tried these on really quick just to kind of get a feel for them. I wanted to give you a little something, a little taste of how they fit. So I think that they fit true to size. You can definitely tell they're new boots. I mean, the leather is it's pretty stiff. I have heard some reports that people just put these on and they feel comfortable right out the gate. I don't see that being an issue. I think that they are going to be really comfortable, but they will definitely be more comfortable as you wear the leather in and loosen them up. So that's the unboxing. This weekend, I'm actually going to go for a ride with the local group around here. I'll give these a chance to break in. I'll try to get some action shots for you, and when I come back to you next time, I'll have a little bit better of a sense of how the boots feel and kind of what I think about them. And then what I'd like to do ultimately down the road is give you maybe like a, I don't know, like a 1,000 mile review or a 6-month review or something like that. So next time you see me, we'll be wearing these bad boys and we'll be riding. Stay tuned. All right, so we're out for a ride today. We are doing the Combat Vet Motorcycle Association Bull Run 3. It's a dice run. And guys, I'm wearing the Crow, the Indy Ridge Crow boot. I've been wearing it for a couple days now. I wore it about 100 miles the other day to work, and I'm wearing it today. Let me give you a shot of it. So there it is, the Indy Ridge Crow. Pretty comfortable. It's definitely a new boot. You can tell that the leather is really thick. I do need to break it in some, but you know, I've been walking around all day at this motorcycle run, this dice run, and it's pretty comfortable. The toe cap is protective, it's reinforced, and it extends pretty far back. So I think a lot of that rubbing, I don't even want to say rubbing, I would say more of just a tightness, just something like if you're not used to it, you know, if you're used to just wearing regular engineer boots or cowboy boots or something like that, it's just a little bit different. Doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, I've been walking around all day long with it, and so far so good. Very comfortable shoe right out of the box. All right, so I've got about I would say probably 200 miles in these boots right now. I've been walking around on and off the bike all day today. The other day I rode the bike into work, took it into work. It's quite a long walk from the parking garage, you know, up and down the different stairs. So you know, it's not a long-term review, but so far I'm really liking these boots from Indy Ridge. They're very comfortable. I mean, right out of the box, I think that they were great, you know, to wear. The leather is definitely thick and it's stiff. So, you know, even that being said, it was still comfortable to walk around in today. All right, so now we're gonna head home, and you know, as I showed you in the prior video clip, these boots, they claim to be waterproof, so we're gonna put those to the test under the garden hose and see how they perform. All right, so something I forgot to mention is that today for the ride, you know, I've been out here since probably 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so you do the math. It's hot. I mean, it's probably 85, 90 degrees, and you know, I showed you before that these boots, they do claim to be waterproof, and if you have any experience with any type of waterproof clothing or waterproof boots, especially waterproof boots, they tend to not breathe as well. I guess that's the whole purpose of it, right? You don't want to let anything in, so you let less stuff in, i.e. water, and then I guess in turn you also let less stuff out, i.e. heat. So they typically do not cool as well, but these boots have really been very good today. I mean, it's hot. My feet are not hot. They're not sweating any more than they would in any other type of shoe that I'm wearing. So I did want to point that out. All right, now let's test out the waterproofness. So as you can see, I've got the water hose going. I mean, if you're riding in rain that's this bad, you might need to pull over, first of all. But I just wanted to show you, and this is the first test that I've done. I haven't tested this out yet, so we're gonna look at this real time. But I mean, look at that water right there. If you're riding and you're getting that much water on your feet, you gotta pull over. I mean, for real. You can see it just kind of beads off. Now, I'm sure you could probably put like an oil or something on there, some sort of shoe protective, you know, wax that would even make it even better, but that's doing a really good job of beading off. All right, now let's check this out. So one other feature that I want to show you too is this has got a leather membrane. It might be a little bit difficult to see, but it comes just below where the tag is here on the tongue. So, I mean, on my foot, it's probably just below the ankle is where the leather membrane comes up to. So you got to think that it's probably waterproof all the way up into about, you know, right here, just below the ankle. So let's take the shoe off and see what it feels like. All right, so I got the shoe off, feeling inside. The inside of the boot feels dry. My feet feel dry. Honestly, my personal opinion, I think that this boot lives up to the waterproof test. You saw the amount of water that was coming out of that nozzle. That's a lot of water. You know, if you're riding in something like that, it's probably better for you to pull over than test the waterproofness of the boot. But if you had to, I would personally say that this boot is definitely waterproof. All right, so we did some testing with the boot. We rode around in it, we walked in it, we tested the waterproofness of it, and now I want to give you what my final thoughts are. So I made a list of pros and cons, and I'll go over those with you real quick. All right, let's start with the cons right away, just so that we can finish out on a positive note. So the first con I have is regarding the rigid toe. So looking at their website right now, it says that the toe protection is rigid TPU. I don't know what rigid TPU is. To me, personally, when I think of a rigid toe, I think of like a steel toe or a ceramic toe or something like that that you would find on a work boot. Now it is hard. I can tell that it is, I don't know if it's like extra thick leather or if it's reinforced somehow, but it's not a solid hard toe like you could think of with a work boot. That being said, that's honestly not a turnoff for me, but if you're the person that's looking for that rigid, hard toe cap, this is not the boot. Second one is the thick leather on the forefoot. Okay, so right behind the toe cap, kind of where like the side bones of your forefoot are, like right next to your large toe and then your small toe. I tend to have wider feet, but it seemed like it was a little bit compressed to me. And I'll touch on the wide size in a minute, but it could be because the leather does feel like it's really good quality, thick leather, but it seemed like it squeezed on the side of my toe a little bit. I think that would go away with time, just breaking the shoe in. So that's not a turn off, it's just something that I noticed right off the bat. All right, so going on to the wide option, looking at their website, I did not see an option for a wide shoe at all. So if that's you, if you tend to have wider feet, like I tend to have wider feet, but I don't necessarily require a wide in every single shoe, then you know that might be a turn off for you. It doesn't look like there's a wide or an extra wide option there for you. Okay, and lastly for the con is nothing on the website says that the sole or the rubber on the bottom of the boot is oil or any type of slip resistant. I don't see any mention of traction. The only thing that I see, it actually is listed under traction, but it just says dual directional rubber. Now I can tell on the bottom of the sole that it is dual directional. I mean, some of the grooves go forward, some of them go back. So yes, definitely dual directional. But you know, when I was searching for my Ariat work boots that I used to wear when I would ride, it would specifically mention the oil slip resistance on the bottom of them. Again, not a turn off. I don't plan on walking around in any oil for you for this review. But you know, just something to think about if that's what you're concerned about. Maybe reach out to the company and ask them. I'm sure they could tell you. Okay, so now let's move on to the pros. First of all, it's a great looking boot. I mean, even if I wasn't riding a motorcycle, I could definitely see myself wearing this type of boot as an everyday wear. It all really just depends on what you're looking for. I mean, if you want that old school classic look of having, you know, the cowboy style boot or maybe the work boot, just kind of the slip on, you know, that's your thing. That's what I like to wear as well. But again, you know, I talked about the accident that I had where the table hit me. And then I just got to thinking about, you know, maybe those types of boots might not stay on your feet if you did have an off or you got into an accident of some sort. So overall, great looking boot. It's definitely waterproof. I mean, you saw the video, you saw the footage. I put a lot of water on that boot, and I even went back afterwards about an hour later, put my hand in there and checked it out. Nothing, bone dry. So definitely holds up to the waterproof test. Second one, the third one is the hard ankle protection. I really like the hard ankle protection. And looking at their website, it says that it's a hard rubber ankle cap. That's something that means a lot to me. As you know, I'm all about the protection. So, you know, it's not something that you're going to be able to see from the outside looking in. Nobody's going to be able to look at your boot and be like, oh wow, they have hard ankle caps on it. But it's there in case you need it, you know. Next on the list is comfortable. The boots are comfortable. Right out of the box, they're comfortable. I did talk about how the leather is pretty thick up on the forefoot, but it's not a turnoff. You know, after I wore it a couple of times, it really started to break in a little bit more, and the more you wear it, the more comfortable it's gonna be. I was on the bike today from about 10 o'clock in the morning until about 4 o'clock this afternoon, off and on, walking around the brewery, walking around talking to people, you know, visiting different vendors, going to food trucks, in and out of restrooms, in and out of restaurants, things like that. It's just a great, comfortable shoe. It's something I could definitely wear walking around all day long at a bike rally or something. Good quality leather. You can tell that the leather is very thick. Even compared to my work boots. I've got 2 different style, actually 3 different styles of Ariat work boots. This leather is definitely more thick than that, and that's what you want because that adds to the protective qualities of the boot. The thicker the leather, the more protective it's going to be. And I think that's probably going back to the rigid toe that they talk about. The toe cap and the heel are definitely way thicker than the rest of the boot, so that might be where they're coming from when they talk about a rigid toe. And then lastly, it's true to size. I wear a 9.5 in pretty much every shoe. My work boots, my hiking boots, my running shoes, everything's pretty much a 9.5. I took a shot in the dark, ordered a 9.5. I was just hoping that it fit, and it does. It runs true to size. So I would say whatever your size is, go with that. So overall, my final thoughts on this boot are definitely a good quality boot. I think on their website, it looks like it is $185. I think it's a good boot for $185. If you're looking for more protection, you're gonna pay more. You know, if you're looking for like a Dionyse or an Alpenstar style boot, you're gonna pay more. You're gonna get more protection, but you're definitely gonna pay more. So really, it's gonna come down to what you want. What do you want your boot to look like? How tall do you want it to be? Do you want shin protection? Do you want ankle protection, toe protection, whatever you want? Is it comfortable and is it protected? That's kind of what I look at. What does the shoe look like? Is it comfortable? Does it provide protection? And is it waterproof? I think this meets all of those. It's protective, it looks great, it's waterproof, it's comfortable, so I like it. If I had to buy it out of pocket myself, I would definitely recommend it. So definitely don't sleep on the Indy Ridge Crow boot. I think you're really gonna like it, you'll be happy. Thanks for watching the Brandon's Bikes YouTube channel. Until next time, stay safe, keep the rubber side down.